women. One goal. Extreme Huntress.
Jen was the hunter, and she was after a black buck with a broken horn. Jen showed up with a very defined plan of what she wanted to do.
Depending on what the wind was doing, I kind of wanted to come on the backside of this open field here. In the event that this is a bust, and we can come back here.
Cool. She had hunted this area the night before, and she had an exact plan of what she wanted to do. I think she thought about it all night, poor thing. I don't even know if she's sleeping.
Part of me wants to get into the field sort of at the halfway point instead of on the open side. Scouting the area the night before, it's really good to be able to revisit and kind of get a game plan. And I want to, hunt smarter, not harder.
We tried to execute the plan, but there were some minor flaws. The animals don't always play along to your plans. One of the major issues is her height versus the grass's height. She struggled to see. She had looked up on the internet that black buck like to be in open areas. Her plan was to get to that open area at a decent time in the morning and hopefully catch them in their feeding. It was a great plan. She really thought it through. She did her research. I give her credit for that.
To see into the field because of the height of the grass, but also because of the height of the hunter, I think doesn't help.
Getting a vantage point is very important. She had done her research. She knew the black buck were going to be in the tall grass. In a big open field, she should have also thought about a plan to see into the grass.
I'd love to just find a high spot and just glass this field for like 3 hours straight, I thought about it, but then I think it's connected to so many things that if I get up, it's going to make a lot of racket.
There were plenty of trees around.
There's some spots here that she could climb to get a vantage point. The problem is she can't see into the grass.
She said a couple times, I would climb the trees, but it would be too noisy. She could have got a better vantage point, I think. There was constant chatter between the two girls, but at a certain time in the hunt, you just gotta...
I have no idea what this animal looks like in real life, other than the pictures I've seen.
Jen, I think her biggest enemy is probably herself, because she thinks everything through really, really, really hard, and I think that is great. It is good to be prepared, but it's very difficult to prepare to hunt an area you've only been once.
The goal, right, is to identify food, identify water, read the terrain, figure out a plan, and actually make the hunt. White dildo right there, though. I don't want to bust her. We just unfortunately didn't find the one that we were looking for with the broken horn. But in my mind, that was a successful hunt.
Get the full Extreme Huntress experience from dangerous game to the biathlon with the app, available for Android and iPhone.
Century Arms has made the world's most reliable rifle better. We believe that anything can be made better when you throw the might of American manufacturing behind it. Our engineers, who formerly built America's warplanes, begin working on a new set of prints. Stronger materials, the best coating, modern engineering, tighter tolerances with parts designed from the ground up to work together the correct way. Welcome to the world of the American AK.
This is all bottom that goes down to the pond.
So do you think it's beneficial to take the road down to look into that draw or take the draw down?
We were hunting a broken horn sheep. Shannon had a pretty good idea as to what she wanted to do. It was interesting because I noticed she talked to all the people that had been in that particular pasture, hunted that pasture both successfully and unsuccessfully. She had a pretty good indication as to where everything was. Started off absolutely fantastic. I mean, she had an idea where she wanted to go, and lo and behold, guess what? The sheep were right there.
The white one's the Catalina, right? And the Corsica's dark.
She took the right approach. We came upon the goat right away and the sheep, and I was kind of telling her to let's go, let's get on these right away, but she wanted to stop and take a closer look for herself because she had never seen them before.
It got my heart pumping right away. It was like instant almost that we got her the track walked of 300-400 yards. There they were. There was the herd of them.
Sheep went one way, and then we went another way, and I was kind of trying to figure out initially, so why are we not going to follow these sheep? And kind of came to the realization that probably I'd have done the same thing. The only difference is we made about a 5,000 step loop, and I probably would have made about a 50 to 60 step loop.
My idea was to do a wide circle around them and let them feel unthreatened. We got closer, they got further. We got closer, they got further. was an interesting experience because it was completely different terrain. I don't like that I've lost sight of them.
It's very, very dense brush. There's very thick vegetation, both from upper story and lower story. And I think what she was trying to do is just simply trying to circle around and to try to get ahead of those animals. But in so doing, because the brush is so thick and you lose sight of them, we really didn't get into them again.
I've never hunted a goat like this before. I've hunted ones that are up in the cliffs. So I'm gonna take your word for it. I think it's your fault if, no, just kidding.
The hunt went on as we got closer to the end. It was kind of like there's a little bit of indecision about exactly how to hunt. But I think that mainly came from just the fact that it was such a different situation than she'd ever really hunted in before.
Today's hunt turned out good, in my opinion. This is hunting. You don't always have to end with something dead. I saw the management animal that I was after. I didn't have a clear shot. I learned more about these animals today than I knew yesterday, which is part of hunting as well.
Extreme Huntress is brought to you by these proud supporters. Please support them. Next time on Extreme Huntress, Taylor is bold and targets her management animal. Meanwhile, Jessica teams up with Jean to pursue a broken horn sheep. Who will be the next Extreme Huntress? Vote at extremehuntress.com.